All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today we're taking 10 incredibly powerful, life-altering habits, and we're actually going to translate them into a practical, step-by-step, 30-day personal transformation challenge. If you follow along, this is going to be an absolutely incredible journey.
But look, before we get into the weeds, let me ask you a pretty direct question. Are you still waiting for your life to change? Because, most of us spend years, sometimes literally decades, waiting for that one big, cinematic moment to magically alter our trajectory. But here's the reality. Lasting change, it doesn't come from some dramatic lightning strike. It comes entirely from what you commit to doing every single day.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our roadmap today covers the 30-day transformation challenge. Reclaiming your morning, defending your daytime focus, preparing in the evening, tracking your progress, and finally, the never miss twice rule.
So, Section 1, the 30-day transformation challenge.
You see, real structural change doesn't just happen to you by accident. If you intentionally design your life and actually stack these habits consistently during this challenge over the next 30 days, you're literally setting the foundation for an unrecognizable future self. Fast forward 6 months from now, and honestly, you probably won't even recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror. But, it all has to start with day 1.
Moving on to Section 2, Morning, reclaiming your time.
Think about how your day normally kicks off. Are you rushing, constantly hitting snooze? Starting the ideal day means we have to aggressively reclaim our mornings before the rest of the world starts demanding things from us. First up, wake up early. Seriously, stop sleeping through your potential. Getting up early gives you a solid hour of completely uninterrupted time that belongs only to you. Second, move your body every day. Even just a 20-minute walk totally counts. It's not really just about fitness. Exercise literally rewires your brain for focus and resilience. And third, practice gratitude. Just jot down 3 things you're thankful for. The science on this is crazy. It actually shifts your brain right out of stress mode and into a state of absolute clarity.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we turn those abstract ideas into reality. With a visual habit tracker, every single morning, your only goal is to physically check off these 3 boxes. Woke up early? Check. Got that 20-minute walk-in? Check. Wrote down those 3 gratitudes? Check. It builds this massive, unstoppable momentum right out of the gate.
It's really all about creating a stark contrast in your life. We're talking about the old self who is, literally sleeping through their potential versus the new self on this 30-day challenge, a self who uses movement and gratitude to completely rewire their brain for possibility. You're actively unlocking a whole new world every single morning.
All right, Section 3, Daytime, defending your focus.
Okay, so your morning is secure. But as the day really gets going, we need to slow down and be incredibly firm about our boundaries. Look, your attention is hands down your most valuable resource, so here are your daytime defense habits. First, control your phone. Do not let it control you. Set those app limits and honestly, delete the things that just drain your energy. Second, focus on learning one new skill at a time. Pick just one and go deep. Why? Because mastery builds your new identity. And third, this is a big one, you've got to say no way more often. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It is highly, highly strategic.
And here's what the practical tracking looks like for that daytime defense. You literally want to check off that your app limits were active. Because hey, we want to control our glowing rectangles, right? Not the other way around. Track your deep skill work, and definitely mark down every single time you strategically say no to a distraction.
I want to just pause for a second and let this really powerful quote sink in. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to your real goals. Let that marinate. You absolutely have to protect your focus like your life depends on it, because honestly, your transformation actually does.
Which brings us to Section 4, Evening, preparing for tomorrow.
All right, the frantic energy of the day is finally over. This evening phase is calm, it's reflective, and it's completely focused on preparation and continuous growth. Your evening and weekly habits are absolutely critical here. First off, read every day, even if it's literally just 10 pages. Knowledge is a compounding asset. Second, plan your day the night before. This is how you stop just reacting blindly all day long. And third, reflect weekly. Use Sunday as your anchor to build deep self-awareness.
Now, what's really interesting here is how minimal the effort actually is for such a massive return. We're talking about 5 minutes. If you spend literally 5 minutes each night just writing down your top 3 priorities, you wake up with a crystal clear plan. It completely stops you from just aimlessly reacting to whatever gets thrown your way the next morning.
And when it comes to that weekly habit, I challenge you to answer these 3 exact questions every single Sunday of this 30-day challenge. What worked? What didn't? And what will I do differently? This simple routine of tracking and asking yourself these things, that's what builds the deep self-awareness that drives all real, lasting growth.
Next up is Section 5, Tracking Your Progress. Let's see how this builds, because keeping a tracker transforms these abstract habits into a really concrete journey that you can visibly measure. Look at how this compounds over time with just the reading habit. On day 1, checking off 10 pages feels, well, pretty small. But track that to month 1, and you've finished a whole book. Fast forward to year 1, and you've read 12 entire books. That is exactly how tiny, daily actions compound into a massive personal transformation.
And I want to really emphasize something here. Consistently checking off these habits on your tracker isn't just some fun little exercise in productivity. Skills build identity, and identity drives behavior. By doing this, you are systematically forging a brand new identity as the exact kind of person who actually takes action.
Finally, Section 6, the Never Mess Twice rule.
So this final habit is the ultimate linchpin holding this entire 30-day challenge together. And the crucial point here is the number 2. This number is literally the difference between a simple, totally normal human slip-up and a complete failure of your new identity.
Here is the absolute golden rule for your tracker. Never miss twice. Missing one day? That's just a mistake. It happens to all of us. But missing 2 consecutive days? Well, that is exactly where habits go to die. During these 30 days, let me promise you right now, you are going to slip up, and that is totally fine. But quitting is the only true failure. So just keep that momentum alive, and whatever you do, never miss twice.
All right, we've laid out the complete blueprint. The only thing missing right now is your action. So which habit are you going to start today? Because look, the next 30 days are going to pass anyway. The only real question is, who exactly are you going to be when they're over?